Good morning, Doug. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
We're talking with Doug Drube, who's an electrician working in Pismo Beach, California. And Doug's going to tell us his story about becoming an electrician and an electrical contractor.
Right. I started out in a family business. My father was an engineer who designed and manufactured electrical control systems. So I started as a child working in there and worked my way up through that business, and then discovered that that gave me the ability to get an electrical contractor's license and start my own company and move my way up.
And what was the thing that made you eventually be able to get a job and become an electrician?
Well, the on-the-job training. I was able to learn how electricity works and how to create circuits and how to complete circuits and what was safe and what was not safe. There's a lot of different aspects to electricity to keep people from getting hurt and to keep buildings from burning down. It's kind of important.
And you mentioned your brother is also has a background in electrical work. What's he doing?
Well, naturally, we both started in the same business with my father, and he decided he didn't like electricity directly, so he went in sort of a different direction, working in computer systems. Still uses his electrical skills, still uses the skills we learned as children, but it's a little bit of a different angle.
Great. And what's your most memorable or your favorite moment being an electrician?
There's a lot of moments, so it's hard to narrow it down, but one of them that pops into my head quite frequently is an elderly lady that calls me because her garage door opener won't open. And I went to see her, and she points at the garage door opener and the garage door button, and she said, "This thing is supposed to work." And it was the remote control that comes out of your car that you clip to your visor was clipped to the wall. Her husband, before he passed away, clipped it to the wall, and I asked her, "Have you ever changed the battery in this?" She said, "I didn't even know there was a battery." And so I took a battery out of my meter, out of one of the tools in my truck, put it in the garage door opener, and pushed the button, and it worked perfectly.
That's great. And how many years have you been in your vocation now?
I've been paid to be an electrician or to work with electricity in one form or another since I was 13 years old, which makes it a little over 30 years.
Wow. And if I wanted to become an electrician, what steps would I need to take to be headed in the right direction?
It used to be when I started that you could just get a job in electrical contracting and work your way up, and once you had enough years experience, you could take a test and get your license and move on. Now there's a required apprenticeship program in the state of California, so you'd find a contractor that would be willing to take you on as an apprentice. You take some classes at a local vocational school or Cuesta College, or I think most of the schools have the basic classes, and you would work your way up as an apprentice, take the test as a journey level electrician, and then you could take the test as a contractor.
Prior to an apprenticeship position, are there any entry-level positions that might be available leading to becoming an electrician?
Yes, you can get on with the large firms and loading trucks and sweeping floors and basic stuff that isn't involved with the wires. You're not allowed to touch the tools or the wires until you're actually in the apprenticeship program, but there are entry-level positions so that they can kind of figure out if you're the guy they need. There's a certain personality that's required to deal with this kind of voltage.
And in this year 2013, is this a vocation that you would recommend somebody starting?
Absolutely. Some of the trade magazines are saying that there is a higher retirement rate than there is an entry rate into this business. If you're willing to work with your hands and work for a living, this is a good vocation to be in. It's relatively clean with regards to other trades, so you can take your shower in the morning rather than in the evening.
That's a great way to put it. And I understand you get a fair amount of exercise too.
That's right, yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about becoming an electrician. Again, Doug Drube from Pismo Beach. And if you'd like information on other vocations and careers, here we are at rotarycareerhelp.org. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.